What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Have to remember what channel I was on there, Cancer. Justin here, and I hope you're having the most spectacular month so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just phenomenal, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Because and let me tell you why, Cancer, because it is Celestial News Monthly. There it is, Cancer. I'm still kind of working out the timing there, but look at that, I got fireworks. But Cancer, with this monthly spread, I love that. I did it for not Cap. I did it for Leo yesterday, and I lost it. I was like, all right, this is gonna be the new thing. But with this monthly spread, Cancer, whenever the sun moves into a new sign, we're gonna talk about where the planets are at and how we can work with the energies. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force me on the situation. Okay. So with all that being said, there, Cancer, let's jump into it. I love Celestial News Monthlies. Favorite time of the month. And Cancer, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. That was a little aggressive, but it's fine, Cancer. Just great energy all around here. Now, Cancer, I have oracle cards here. You might recognize this from your other channel. But I have oracle cards with the zodiac signs that the sun and the planets are in. I'm going to pull one oracle card for each one of them from this deck, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing there, Cancer, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Oh, dope. Alright, Cancer. Get to that in a moment. Thank you. And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, which I've got sidebar, Cancer, I got some more that's going to be coming. I found a site that's having a fantastic deal. It's going to be lit, Cancer. But I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching, Cancer, so definitely check them out. I'm very intuitive. There's also an astrology in there that I like watching, Cancer. I got some links for some apps that I love using. The description box is just loaded, so definitely check that out if you're anything that you want to that piques your curiosity there. But before we get into your first card here, let's talk about this big old party that Capricorn's throwing down. Capricorn's going big for their birthday season. I'm with it, because you got the sun that's entering Capricorn. Mercury's going to be doing their retrograde dance. About to be busy during Capricorn season. Mars is moving into Capricorn, which is a strong placement for Mars, and then you have Pluto, equally strong. That's still going to be. We're wrapping up with Pluto being in Capricorn here soon, with Capricorn being here soon. This is the last season before we get to Aquarius, and things about to change. But let's talk about the sun there, Cancer, because the sun is going to be entering Capricorn on the 21st of December, and that'll be about 10:27 p.m. Eastern Time, and will be in Capricorn until the 20th of January, 2024. And with this energy here, Cancer, this is a very hard-working placement for the sun, or any planet that enters this sign. This is great for setting and achieving long-term goals. And you may feel a strong desire there, Cancer, to excel in professional endeavors, and there's a heightened sense of responsibility, and even a willingness to take on leadership roles. Because Capricorn, they are the achievers of the zodiac. They are ambitious, principled, disciplined, structured, strategic. They're not just going to jump into anything. What they put their energies into, they're going to make sure that it's going to be worth it for the long haul, and they're going to do whatever it takes and put in that work in order to. They're very patient sign as well there, Cancer. Patience is going to be a big deal while we're in Capricorn season, because it takes time for things to bloom with them. They're kind of I always tell them they're a bit of a slow burn, being Saturn rule, but Saturn, you put in that work, definitely pays off in the long run. But one thing to consider there, Cancer, because Capricorn is such a hard working sign, probably the hardest working sign. You want to make sure that you find this balance between work and your personal life, you know, because you want like that work smart, play smart balance. Because what's the point of achieving these empires and things there if you don't have any time to enjoy them, Cancer? Now I'm gonna talk about, because I was telling Leo the perks of them being the first one I start off with. I get to work out the kinks with them. I'm gonna talk about Mercury when we get to Sagittarius energy because Mercury's doing a lot, and let's talk about Mars, because Mars is going to be entering Capricorn on the 4th of January 2020. Yeah, 20. Well, I'm just going to stop saying that. The 4th of January, because we're basically there. And this is a strong placement for Mars because Mars is exalted in exalted? Yes, is exalted in Capricorn. And just like how Taurus is exalted in our sign, Cancer, or in the, not in our sign, in the, how the moon's exalted in Taurus. But, so Mars is comfortable in Capricorn. And with this energy here, Cancer, you may find yourself more adept at managing your schedule, prioritizing tasks, and maximizing productivity. Because Mars is dealing with that action, that drive, and taking that fuel that Mars brings, and then applying that to Capricorn. Bet this is the time to really get stuff done there, Cancer. And there may be a heightened drive to excel in one's career because they are associated with the 10th house, which deals with careers, achievements. You know because even like the 10th house cusp, that's kind of where the midheaven is. Not sometimes. I guess it really, that depends on what kind of house system you're using. But what I like using the Placidus one, that is where your midheaven falls, was where the kind of where the 10th house cusp starts, and that's where the sun is kind of at its highest in your chart, and or is that, yeah, but this energy is so I'm all over the place, Cancer. So yes, this is great for thinking about your careers, your long-term goals, seeing if you're lining up with your dreams. And this can be really can be a very rewarding time for diligently pursuing your goals there, Cancer. So really be intentional with this Capricorn energy. It can really yield some very fruitful results. And then you got Pluto, that's in Cap still, and will be there till Aquarius season, the 20th of January. And with the outer planets, pretty much from Jupiter on down, the outer planets, where they do affect us personally, but that more so deals with when those planets are forming aspects with your placements. But the outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, really affect us on a global scale there, Cancer. So when we feel this shift, when those shifts move, or those planets move, we all feel feel that planetary energy. And with this last little bit of Pluto, and listen, once Pluto moves out of Capricorn, this energy just doesn't go away. But it gives us something to think about in this energy. But you may notice how more ambitious, more resourceful, and determined you are to achieve your goals. And this could lead to shifts in global economies, exposing weaknesses in existing financial structures. Just a time of just economic reevaluation there. So but I do feel like that is a strong placement for Pluto to be tuned. This has been a very strong energy for Pluto to be over these last this time that Pluto has been in Capricorn. So. But the trickiness with this energy, Cancer, is that depending on where your Cancer placements are at, this is forming an opposition with our signs there, Cancer, my sun signs in Cancer, and oppositions are tough energies. They bring about polarities, because Cap being our opposite sign, it just that trying to mold those or blend those two energies together is can be difficult sometimes. It can lead to challenges, but when we combine the balance between those two and how that energy affects your sign, then it can lead again to very very great results. But it's especially being with, like, when we think about like Pluto and even Mars, those are malefic planets, so that's going to be some tougher energies to deal with. Pluto's actually going to be forming or already is forming and has been for a little while, forming opposition with my Chiron placement. But Yeah, it can be tougher energies there, Cancer, but it's kind of like if someone's like knocking at your front door and then ringing a bell at your back door. Why your bell's in the back door, we don't know, Cancer. But, when you, yeah, just when you find that balance, things tend to come together there. But let's go ahead and get into this first card here since we're talking about bringing things together there, Cancer. Get enough gap in there. Because you got the Union card here, Cancer. And I feel that for some this month or this season here could be about really forming some bonds there, Cancer, and that's interesting too. Considering which we'll talk about next with I feel like Venus being in getting ready to enter Sagittarius, but I feel that forming unions, whether this be collaborative or maybe even romantically, Cancer, or maybe even making some new friends or networking with some people, I feel like that bonds are going to be an important one for you there. And I feel like in that it's again, this doesn't have to just be for business, Cancer, but I feel it's like being open to doing some socializing there, kind of getting out of your comfort zone in a sense. Maybe we're getting towards the end of the year. Christmas is right around the corner. If you've got something you celebrate there, Cancer, and all types of holidays are coming through there. We got New Year's stuff, so being open, I feel like too. Maybe if you have different invitations for events and things, to just consider maybe checking them out, because who knows what type of bonds that we may form in this energy. And that's interesting, Cancer, because I'm kind of getting like a lover's energy, but in that like Gemini type sense, because that's Gemini's card as far as just like communicating and things like that. But let me get some tarot on this, Cancer, and see what's going on with this. Hmm. Alright, Cancer, let's see what's going on here. Ooh, that's good. Love this, Cancer. So you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Hanged Man, and one of the Empresses here, Cancer. That's right, I said one of. There's two Empresses in this deck, but this is Baby Empress here. That's why I like that. That's what I think I'm gonna call her here. And let's talk about the Empress, because the Empress is Venus energy, and one of the signs that she rules over is Libra. And the other one, I'm even thinking with her ruling both Libra and Taurus. There can be for some, I feel this energy of, it feels that maybe we've been in this sort of like maybe solo energy for a while, maybe been kind of working on ourselves, Cancer. You may find yourself wanting to work on, kind of being this sort of like almost like kind of hustler type of energy. We're trying to get some things started up here. You're trying to I feel like we're trying to balance, but I feel with the Six of Pentacles here that there's a need to kind of balance this energy out, to not just give all to one thing, because this Five of Swords for some is giving me this like neglecting type of energy here. Like maybe we've been putting people off for a while, as far as like maybe going to events, or maybe friends have been kind of hitting you up, or wherever that may be looking like, Cancer. And I just feel that there's this yeah, there's this socializing energy that's coming through there that I feel can lead to, can be like the start of some sort of something fresh, something new, something like abundant in a sense, with the Empress being here. And I feel this Five of Swords and this Hanged Man here is almost just like an exchange of different perspectives, because the Hanged Man can be that fresh perspective that we may need in order when we find ourselves in challenges and things there, Cancer. But I even feel for some others here, with the Five of Swords, there's this competitive energy that's kind of coming through, because maybe we feel this, I don't know, it's like maybe we feel kind of new in a certain type of area here. We're kind of feeling like little baby Empress here, but I feel that it's one remembering that, and I'm getting like this energy, and I hope this is making sense, Cancer. It's like this energy of that an empress is an empress no matter what the, what the experience is. It's like, we may start off at this beginning stage, but as we begin to work on this, on whatever this endeavor is that we may be working on, Cancer, this Nine of Pentacles is Venus and Virgo, which is your pre-empress energy. And I feel there's this, it's not like worrying necessarily about the competition. It's about, or letting the competition stress you out. It's like using them as, or you're using them as sort of like benchmarkers in a sense. It's like, okay, it's like, I like what this person is doing here. I'm gonna shoot for that, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that. Like it's like use them as like, just like marks or like little posts for growth, and like how you're elevating yourself there, Cancer. And one last thing, I feel the Six of Pentacles is giving this, because again, that can be a card of this give and take, this reciprocity. And I feel like just being mindful of how we're maybe spreading our energies, making sure that we do take some time and work on take some time for you there, Cancer, with how you got this Six of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles energy here. It's like it's this union, but just kind of balancing things out there, Cancer. But alright, but I think I'm going to leave that there, Cancer. I hope that made sense. That was, Mercury retrograde is on the horizon here, and I feel like I'm serving up word salad, but it's fine. We're going to get through this, Cancer. But now let's get some tea, and then let's talk about Sagittarius. Because you have Mercury that's going to be retrograde in Sagittarius, and then you got Venus, the Empress, that's going to be in Sag as well. Now, Mercury is going to start this retrograde on the 23rd of December, and then it says it started on the 23rd. I thought it started earlier than that. But if Mercury's going to go be retrograde on the 23rd of December until the 1st of January. And with this energy, Cancer, there may be a stronger inclination to kind of reflect on beliefs and bigger questions in life, because Sagittarius is about that expansive energy, and retrogrades aren't anything to fear. Where Mercury retrogrades can be a little tricky when it comes to travel, there may be some delays there, so that's something to pay attention to, and just be prepared for potential delays or changes. Sometimes mail can get even lost there, whether this be physical mail, email. Things may take a little longer to get through. Make sure we're checking things before we're sending stuff. Just and also, communication can also be a little tricky during Mercury retrograde. So that's another thing to think about. But the energies just allow us to slow down a little bit and allow us to reflect on how we're utilizing this energy here, Cancer. And then Mercury's going to enter, once they finish retrograding, they're going to enter back into Capricorn on the 13th of January. And with Mercury being in Capricorn, I feel like that's a really dope placement for Mercury to be, because that really gets our thought process geared towards the future and geared towards what we want to accomplish there, how we go from being a baby empress to being a full-grown empress there, Cancer, and putting in that work, that Nine of Pentacles energy. So just a little something to think about. And then Venus is going to be entering Sagittarius on the 29th of December. And there may be a desire, Cancer, to bring about some excitement and some new experiences in our it could be in our romantic relationships if we happen to be in one, but this could just be in our relationships in general. And since we're forming these unions here, Cancer, that's why it's feeling like that energy of kind of getting out there, where you may be kind of, we're working, sure, but again, finding that balance, because who knows what may, I don't know, when either some new ideas or new things may come your way there, Cancer. And that's interesting too, just even thinking about that, the Hangman's Neptune, Hangman's Neptune, Empress Venus, and Neptune's a higher octave of Venus. So I feel like there's something that could even, in a meeting, that could even potentially elevate you there, Cancer, get you to where you need to be. You never know who you may be talking with. But this can also, too, Cancer, influence how you approach your love and relationships. because Sagittarius can be a more kind of bold and just brave type of energy, kind of bringing that optimistic energy. So yeah, don't be afraid to kind of speak your truth there, Cancer. See what happens, and you may notice too that that this is a great energy for like it's favorable for relationships that involve traveling in a sense, you know. So maybe you want to set up a meeting and meet some to meet some up with some friends. Maybe we find ourselves kind of scattered in things there, Cancer. So just another little something to think about there. But let's go ahead and get your oracle card here and see what's going on. Oh, speaking of, well, interesting, Cancer. Thank you. So you got the safe travel card here. And so, definitely going to double down on that, Cancer. This Venus and Sagittarius, this might be a time to do some traveling there. Maybe go see some friends, or maybe we're even thinking about joining some type of group, or maybe even going on like a retreat there, Cancer. Something where I feel like that you are connecting with others, and I feel like you're in a very networking type of type of energy here. The Five of Swords can even be for me like this exchange of different perspectives and things. And you know, Cancer, I feel too that this safe travel is something where we may meet someone who brings about this sort of it just I feel like there's this like seeing something from again like a new different type of way, or kind of opening your world up to new opportunities here, and allow you to do some even maybe even some internal type of travel here, as far as like expanding one's mind, and which is very Sagittarius as well. But let me get a little tarot on this, Cancer, and see what's going on with this safe travel card. Oh, and there's that lovers I was talking about there, Cancer. So you know, Cancer, maybe maybe we might be meeting either. Let me get the rest of these cards, but I feel for some, if we are in some sort of romantic thing, there might be even like a long distance thing that might be coming up here. Maybe even talking with someone and then wanting to might end up meeting up with someone. But let me let me see what the rest of these tarot cards here. All right, Cancer. All right, so you have the Eight of Cups, the King of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and then the Lovers here, Cancer. And this Four of Swords is giving me this respite type of energy. I need to kind of take a break there and just sort of it feels like that this like we for some we might need a like just like a little bit of a break here. You know, this may be a time to maybe plan some type of vacation here, kind of, because I feel this Eight of Cups is like can be sort of like this emotional baggage here that we might kind of pick up with this Ten of Wands, Eight of Cups here energy, and just kind of leaving your burdens behind for a little while and allowing yourself to just kind of have some fun there, do some things that just raise your vibration. Even look at the King of Cups here; he's got his boat behind him there, maybe going traveling by sea there, Cancer, but. I do feel with the Lovers and the King of Cups here, Cancer, I am getting a kind of a, for some, there is this chance of this like romantic type of energy that is coming through here with the King of Cups, because he does have a lot of love to give this. He's a lovely little king there. But yeah, I just feel if you're presented with an option there, Cancer, to because the Lovers can be a card of choices as well, and I feel like for some maybe we might even be moving on to maybe even thinking about moving in a sense. You know, maybe we've gotten. Yeah, it's like we're getting ready to transition into a new chapter here, in a sense there, Cancer. We're getting ready to take on, not necessarily these burdens in the sense, but it's just like the energy is shifting with this Ten of Wands, and like we're leaving this heavier energy here for just like, I don't know, these new, something fresh. But let me get this, let me get a little bit more on the King of Cups here, Cancer, before we move on from that. Alright, Cancer. Interesting. So the King of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Swords and then the Emperor here, Cancer. Oh, and look at that, Cancer. Divine counterparts on the horizon here. And so, I feel with this Eight of Swords here, for some that maybe we've been... I feel like maybe for some we might even be where we're... Either it's like we're moving on from a relationship in a sense, or it could be just kind of healing. And I feel this Eight of Swords is opening your, maybe not necessarily looking for love, but just kind of keeping your heart open to receiving this type of love here that's coming in with this King of Cups, whether this be in a romantic sense, a friend sense, this maybe even for some, we might even be reconnecting with some sort of family here. Possibly even too with this energy, but and I even feel for some too that if you do find yourself in, let's say on the flip side there, Cancer, if we find ourselves in maybe some sort of relationships that, because the Emperor, he can be a little bit of an authoritarian sometime, a little domineering. It's the kind of energy that's coming through. If we have this sort of oppressive type of Emperor energy that's going through there, this kind of just this toxic masculinity here. And keep in mind, Cancer, this isn't gender specific. The Empress can be in her toxic masculine energy too, because we've all both have that masculine and feminine energy here. But I feel like there might even be for some as far as like, finding a ways to get out of a certain situation, or we're walking away from certain love things, if that's something that's been on our minds there for a little while there, Cancer. But that is fascinating here that you do got the Lovers, the Emperor, and the Empress here. So, because I feel like once you start to, I even feel for some it's like once you choose yourself, in this sense, like especially we've been under this kind of oppressive energy, because the Ten of Wands can even be this energy of oppression too. If we've been under that thing, once you've freed that space up, it changes your vibration, and that void gets filled. Start filling that space with love. This King of Cups here, fill that well up. It will attract this this Emperor or this Empress that we might be looking for there, Cancer. So, but I feel with the Emperor, something that we're gonna need to do, that you're gonna need to take the initiative to do that there, Cancer. And maybe that's something we've been kind of stressing about here with the Four of Swords. And it might feel stressful in that moment, or be having to get this thing done, but afterwards I feel like you would feel so much lighter. So, but how fascinating. Oh, this is a very interesting reading for you here, Cancer. I'm with it. Let's get these cards together here, and let's talk about Taurus. Because you have Big Papa that's in Taurus, Jupiter, and then you have who is finally going direct, which is just a beautiful thing there, Cancer. And then we have Uranus, who's still in retrograde. Uranus? Oh. Okay, let's talk about Uranus first, because I've been kind of talking some smack about Uranus, and I think he's feeling some kind of way. But Uranus is going to be retrograde in Taurus until the 27th of January. And with this energy, Cancer, this encourages you to revisit and potentially revise any sort of like core beliefs and attitudes towards wealth, all things Taurian, you know, wealth, possessions, security, and find what you truly value, you know, kind of really build a foundation on where your heart wants to be. Because Taurus is about that needing that energy of security, and when we have that security, we have that strong self-esteem, the Emperor energy there, in order to get what we really desire there, Cancer. And Uranus brings about that change, because we're you know, he's always looking towards the future, and it he brings these unique challenges, I feel like, to us in order for us to tap into that level of innovation, and you know, just really has us kind of just thinking outside of the box whenever it comes to Uranus. So you know, we're in an interesting time, like, you know, the shifts, like how we've been dealing with as far as like jobs and finances and all of those things have really changed since Uranus has been in Taurus, and they're just going to keep changing until he moves into Gemini, so in 2025. So you know, we still got another year before that shift there, Cancer. So really kind of work with these energies to find ways that you can build this long-term stability in with this incoming future that's coming. But then you got Big Papa that's going to be going direct on the 30th, and then we'll 30th of December, and then we'll be in Taurus until May 25th, 2024. And this encourages a steady and measured approach to achieving goals, because you know, Jupiter deals with that abundance, and Taurus deals, you know, is a more kind of slower type of energy there. So this is like a 10 of Pentacles type of energy, building things out for the long haul here, and this can bring opportunities for financial growth and increase in material well-being as well there, Cancer. And really great for investing, savings, and long-term planning. So definitely work with this energy. And now, depending on where your Cancer placements are at, now that Jupiter's going, I want to say when he's going direct, it's about at the 5th degree. Could be making that up there, Cancer, but it's very close to that. I think last I checked, he was at the 6th degree. But with this energy, this is forming or depending on where your placements are, this is forming a sextile with your placements. And sextiles can be this very they can be lucky energy. It's a very easy flowing energy, but it's a passive type of energy, Cancer. You need, again, that Emperor energy to, you know, it presents these opportunities for you to expand there, and whatever that may look like for you. Again, with the Lovers, you got these choices that I feel like are going to be coming up here over this season here, Cancer. And so yeah, utilize this energy, because sextiles are kind of like potential. Either we do something with them, or we don't, you know, just kind of however you're feeling about it, Cancer, and then just kind of going with where that leads you from there. But again, we got young Empress here. It could be a start of something super abundant. You know, it may seem kind of small right now, but once we invest in this thing in the long term, who knows there, Cancer. So work with that energy. But let's get an oracle on this. Alright, Cancer. Oh, look at that. I like that. Very high priestess of you, Cancer. You got the intuition card here. And you know, with things, how this stuff is coming up here, Cancer, especially how you got like the 5 of Swords, and how we've been talking about this sort of like this interacting, this social energy that I feel like you're kind of getting yourself into. That this is one, I feel that when it comes to making these decisions, as far as like, I feel this can be really kind of trust your gut, Cancer, as far as like where these energies are trying to lead you, because it seems like we're going, this is giving us this, how do I want to put this, I almost feel like these signs are being laid out for you in a sense to try to, like, it's like the universe is leaving you little nuggets to kind of follow on your journey here in order to get to this level of, I don't know, it's like taking you to this next level in a sense, but it's one that you're going to really need to kind of, when we find ourselves maybe in a sort of like a struggle here with the Eight of Swords, you know, maybe kind of like, should I do this, should I do that, what's the right decision for me to make, you know, when we get, because I feel sometimes, Cancer, especially with the Eight of Swords being here, when we get in that sort of thinking energy where logic does always, you know, plays an important part, you know, but there does need to be a balance. When we overthink something, sometimes that prevents us from making a move. And it's not like you're going to miss out on abundance there, Cancer, but I feel like it's just like, I don't know, just like I feel like that it's just something here about just like experiencing something more here. It's like what's meant for you will always be there for you, Cancer, but it's just like this question of when do we want to seize that energy, and it's just like listening to your gut, trusting in journeying into the unknown, and knowing that you are safe and protected and divinely guided, and that any things that happen to you is ultimately going to be for your better good, and it's going to lead to this. But let me get some tarot with this intuition card, Cancer, and get some details here. Hmm. Alright, Cancer, let's see what's going on here. Ooh, and there's Big Papa. What's good? So, Cancer, you have the Ace of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and then the Wheel of Fortune here, Cancer. And let's talk about the Ace of Swords here, Cancer, because I feel that there's this clarity, I feel like, that's coming in when we have this, that like left brain right brain type of thing, where we're again not overthinking these intuitive messages, but seeking to, or not like overthinking this intuition, but more so kind of, it's like, I feel like it's these putting these questions out in the universe, kind of planting these seeds for like this fate, or for like this divine wheel to start moving in the direction of this sort of like really abundant energy here with King of Pentacles, Empress here, and this Wheel of Fortune, and it's taking, and it's having this courage here with the Strength card to, I don't know, it's like it's tackling some sort of it's like, I don't know, it's like you're coming into a new chapter here, Cancer, with this like with this Knight of Swords, but I feel that it's one with the Knight of Swords that we don't want to rush this thing, because the Knight of Swords is a very fast moving, and we want to, I may need to get a little bit more with this Knight of Swords here, Cancer, because there is something here with this, like with the, let me get a little bit more with this Knight of Swords here, Cancer, because I feel we was even kind of getting with this Five of Pentacles here that we might be afraid of making a move because of maybe these lack of, or we feel like we have a lack of resources, or that we feel like we may be doing some things. I don't know, it's like we're doing some things on our own here, but let me get a little bit more with this this Knight of Swords energy here, Cancer. Oh, yeah. All right, there's more. Because here's wifey, Knight of, Queen of Pentacles. Hold on, Alright, Cancer. So the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles and then the Eight of Wands here. And yeah, Cancer, this is... Because what's going on? Because there is this fast moving energy that is coming through, but I feel like it's not you rushing something along there. It's enjoying the pace of things unfold there, as you start to make these decisions and bring things, start materializing these moves or whatever, start shifting your energies towards this direction here. It's like that. It's like how we were talking about that sextile energy. Just like this easy, things start moving, I feel like a little bit easier, because now we were talking about that lack of resources, and now here we got them. Because the Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful queen. She's one that she will do what it takes to make her and find, and learn, in order to expand here. But I feel like there's this trusting, this judgment, and our intuition, and our, as far as like when our guts, like, may not make sense in that moment, but it's just like, make this move, take this leap. Very kind of fool energy even. And again, Cancer, I'm not saying we're making this move to our detriment in a sense that we're going, because this Five of Pentacles can be this card of like poverty in a sense, but it more so feels like it's like being wary of operating from that lack mentality, because that just I feel like it just slows down you getting to whatever this really kind of this very abundant energy that's coming through here. But yeah, I hope that makes sense, Cancer. I think I'm gonna leave that there. So that's interesting too, Cancer, with this with these divine counterparts that are coming through here. This Emperor, Empress, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, because the King and Queen of Pentacles are very sturdy and or it's not sturdy, well, they are sturdy, but a more kind of very stable couple, when they're building their foundation. So I feel this could even be, for some there, this could even be like this kind of, just sort of rock solid type of relationship that could be going on here. But I feel like, again, it's that courage that's needing to be had with the Strength card. And let me do a little rearranging here, Cancer, and let's talk about this last energy, which is Pisces. Because you have Saturn that's in Pisces, and then we have Neptune that's in Pisces as well. Now let's start with Neptune, Cancer, because Neptune is going to be in Pisces until the end of March 2025. And with this energy, Cancer, this brings about a greater sensitivity to spiritual and the metaphysical realms, because Neptune is that universal ocean, that connection to source. Pisces is a very sensitive sign, just like ourselves. But that sensitivity isn't one that doesn't need to be. It's not a negative, Cancer. It can be a strength that can be tapped into, because that feelings that we experience keeps us where we can feel those universal energies and connect with source. Because the Lovers can be a card of like even your higher self winking at you there, Cancer. I was even kind of getting to, and I'm now even realizing, just kind of talking about this energy, like with that Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords energy, that gives me very type of trine energy, which I'll talk about that in a second. But this also too, Cancer, is conducive to various forms of creative endeavors, because Pisces is a very dreamy sign, very one that deals with the imagination, and being that they're associated with the biggest house, the 12th house, there's a lot of creativity to draw upon from that. And you're a very creative sign, Cancer, to be able to take these emotions that you do feel, and then I feel like allowing yourself to express those energies, whether that be taking a little time to maybe write some music, or to even do some poetry, or maybe do some sort of crafts, working with your hands. Maybe you're doing something fancy with your garden, whatever that's looking like there, Cancer. So yeah, definitely work with that. And then you have Saturn, that's going to be in Pisces until, and they're both gonna do some retrograde stuff too, but that's later. But Saturn is going to be in Pisces until the 25th of May 2025, and with this energy, Cancer, this can this encourages us to imply that intuition, those intuitive insights, to apply those insights practically and making them more useful. Really understanding, like how I was talking about that Ace of Swords, is like planting this seed of that you learn to. I know it's like we're receiving these intuitive messages with this clarity here, really kind of understanding where this journey is trying to take you. I really like this placement for Saturn, and the fact it's going to be there over the next 3 years is lovely. And this really supports a more kind of structured approach to spiritual practices, and inner growth there, Cancer. So getting into meditation, maybe like how I was talking, maybe we're going on a retreat, but something here I feel like something is growing in you, Cancer. But I feel it's like for some it's like it's growing in this union. I know I'm going in between the readings and your energies, but it's like like even like doing this intuitive learning here, like, but depending on where your placements are right now, there, Cancer, because Saturn, when this is coming, I want to say Saturn now is like starting to really move through Pisces. I want to say he's just at the 1st degree now, but this is going to be forming a trine with your sign, and trines are like sextiles are very fortunate energies. They are very fast moving energy with the trines, and they remove blockages and obstacles, and yeah, it can be very beneficial for you. Now with Saturn, he's a malefic planet, so that might be a little bit tougher there. The trine makes it a little bit easier. Neptune, I feel like Neptune is more of a neutral planet. Neptune can be a little tricky depending on how that may translate. So just something to be mindful of there, Cancer. Now let's go ahead and get your last oracle card here. Cancer, let's see what's going on here. Alright, Cancer. So you have the Banish a Curse card here. And I feel with this card that for some it's just like I feel like we've gotten this energy of, again, like of leaving something behind. It's like maybe we've been feeling like this streak of maybe kind of bad luck here, or maybe just it's been just kind of a challenging, maybe just season, or however long, or maybe even been a challenging year here, Cancer, because this was a lot that went on this year as far as like planetary energies. And yeah, it's been a doozy, especially when Pluto went direct. That was a wild one there, Cancer. But I do feel like this is an energy of renewal in a sense, with that Banish a Curse card there, to kind of come into a fresh thing, with that Eight of Cups starting to put things behind you. Eight of Swords, break out of this sort of self-imposed prison there. Nine of Pentacles, working on ourselves, growing with these new partnerships here, maybe traveling a little bit more, kind of finding yourself here, Cancer. And then who knows who you may meet along your journey, but I feel it can be one, because even the Eight of Wands can be like a kind of like a card of I don't know, just like, because I'm getting this travel here with the Eight of Wands, and this is Mercury, and how funny, this is Mercury in Sagittarius. Now that I'm thinking about it, and if this is, I don't know if it's not like, if it's like this normal travel as far as like this physical travel, then it might be for some there's this internal travel that's coming through there, like kind of learning your intuition in the sense. They're just real kind of growth that's coming through here, Cancer. But let me get your last oracle cards here, so I can get you out of here. Look at that, Cancer. Got the King and Queen of Pentacles. Oh, this boy. Interesting, Cancer. Alright, hold on. We're going to talk about that because we're going to talk about that, Cancer, because I want to say you have all of the knights here. So yeah, you've got Knight of Swords, Pentacles, Cups, and I thought you had the Knight of Wands. Maybe you don't have the Knight of Wands. I thought you had all the Knights here, Cancer. Just kidding. But you do have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Hermit, and the Two of Pentacles here, Cancer. And then let's switch back over, because I feel with this energy here, Cancer, this Hermit here is giving me this, that I feel like for some we may have been in this kind of cooped up energy in a sense, kind of keeping to ourselves, been kind of working through maybe some internal conflicts and things, but now it feels like there's this time again to kind of get out there, kind of maybe not necessarily put our hearts out there, but just kind of be opening ourselves up to just new experiences, new joys here. And I feel like this is not something where I feel like we need to rush this experience. There's this patience that comes with the Knight of Pentacles. For me, that's Taurus energy, and because there's something I feel like is recalibrating in a sense there, Cancer, with this two of Pentacles. Something's changing, and I feel this Five of Wands here is that we're getting ready to meet people that not necessarily, like, it's like we're leaving this, maybe being in this, like, conflicting energy, like, maybe we just weren't vibing with the groups that we were in, or whatever that's looking like, and getting more so surrounding ourselves with people who push us to become our better selves, and in turn, you're doing the same for others there, Cancer. There's that healthy reciprocity, that give and take that's going on here. And I do feel for some we may be a little conflicted about where these changes are going. Maybe things are happening a little faster than we would like them to, but I feel that it's all, or maybe not even necessarily as much as that we would like them to, but it's just that things are, it's like, I feel like it's like once you make this move, maybe it's like we're thinking that we won't be able to go back in a sense, or like being able to backtrack, or whatever that might mean for you, Cancer. But I do feel that, I'm thinking with the Hermit card how there's usually this figure that's holding this lantern, and it's like there's this candle that's being, this light that's wanting to shine out there, Cancer. I feel like this energy is asking you to shine in a sense, and to, I don't know, Knight of Pentacles, like this making plans for this future, and it's like we're in a sense like banishing some old things. I feel even for some that there might have been this energy of just like something that's just been holding you down, possibly. Now it's time to leave that's been like just been kind of slowing down your growth. And as soon as we make this change, we're going to be surprised with how fast things start moving. So, alright, I think I'm going to leave that there, Cancer. But I hope that made sense. I feel like I was a little all over the place there. Kind of little words were feeling a little jumbled, but if anything resonated with you, Cancer, if you like that, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Cancer. If you know someone who's been, maybe been cooped up, or has been in this sort of like, because that five of Swords, even with that Banish card, is even giving me, because the Five of Swords can be like this gossiping energy even too, as well there, Cancer. So I feel like that's something to even be mindful of there too. Just being aware of, like, restricting type of thoughts there. But that's even still fascinating there. But then subscribe there, you Wheel of Fortune. Hit that bell button to get notified now. Because I was gonna say Emperor and Empresses, but I feel like they've been popping up quite a bit, so I feel like I say that all the time. So let's switch it up there a little bit, Cancer. And then last little bit here, Cancer. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I have a whole other channel devoted just for you, Cancer, because like I was telling you, my sun signs in Cancer, and it's called the Chariot and Friends. And I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans, talk about when the moon's going void of course. It's just a good old time there, Cancer. I actually got a new oracle deck that I'm getting ready to bust out here for this. And I'm about to do your reading for that channel next. So kids, I'm just swimming in Cancerian energy. It's fantastic, and all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Cancer. And I like this because you have the Nine of Cups here. And with this Nine of Cups, you are in an energy of, it's like we're working towards that. Like the Nine of Cups is like a wish, Cancer, and it's like we're working towards that ten and 10 of Pentacles and Cups there, considering that you got the Nine of Pentacles and Cups. And now it's like, I feel like this is like rediscovering some old wishes that we may have put on the back burner here, or again, maybe there's someone that we're meeting that can not necessarily make your dreams come true, that they're just going to hand you something, they're Cancer, but it's more so that they're going to inspire you to be your best self there. This Emperor is cheering this Empress on, in a sense, this younger Empress to embody that more experienced type of wiser Empress energy that's coming through. They're at the pre-stages of this abundance here. Now things are really going to start, I don't know, it's like things are really going to start picking up here. But the Nine of Cups is that energy of, in order to attract those things, we need to be in that vibration, as far as your wishes, walking in that energy. So when however that's looking like for you. But let's get your other oracle card here, so I can get you out of here, Cancer. Alright, Cancer. So you have the round and round card here. And, Cancer, and that's why I feel like this curse here. It's like we've been maybe stuck in this sort of same old type of energy here for however long, Cancer. And now it's time to break out of this mold here. Trust that intuition, that intuitive guide to try something new. Know that you're divinely guided. Even having that connection with Source there, Cancer. This doesn't even just have to be with other people. That could be even just forming that union with your spirituality, and getting out of that sort of limiting type of mindset there, and allowing yourself to break free and to grasp these opportunities that are coming your way, and get out of this roundabout type of energy that you may have been finding yourself in. So, all right, Cancer, I think I'm gonna leave that there. A little something to think about. But you stay safe out there, Cancer, with your travels, if you're traveling over this season, and trust that intuition there, and pay attention to the people that you meet there, Cancer. I feel like that's some good stuff will come out of that, and you raise your vibration through the roof. Yeah, whatever, do some self-care, but yeah, I feel like the winds are changing here, Cancer, and I dig it, and I will catch you on the next one. Well, hopefully, Cancer, when you come over to my other channel, I'll catch you tomorrow.